You're a business owner.
Check.
You have business owner's insurance.
Check.
And 10 years ago, that wouldn't have been enough. Today, small businesses are being targeted and taken down by hackers. Medical offices, consultants, CPAs, any business that's built success has everything to lose. You probably have cybersecurity installed on your computer.
Check.
But you probably don't have cyber insurance. Coverage against loss and damage if your data is compromised. Cyber Policy covers that gap. Cyberpolicy.com shops the leading cyber insurers to find you the right policy at the right price to avoid a catastrophe. Coverage against loss and damage if your data is compromised. Get a custom quote today in just 4 minutes. And for a limited time, use the promo code BLOGTALK to get Norton's small business protection for up to 5 devices. Free when you sign up for cyber insurance. Plan, prevent, insure. Visit cyberpolicy.com. That's cyberpolicy.com.
Hi, it's Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and I just want to start today's show by telling you we are getting very close to the launch of JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. And this is a site where I'm going to have a ton of great content for you, communities, but most importantly, the ability to ask me questions about job search. You know, most job hunters ask the wrong people for advice. Friends, family, former managers, colleagues, people who don't know much more than they do, they ask for advice. I'm someone who's filled more than 1,200 positions in my career, plus consulting assignments, and I'm shifting my business model to one where I'm going to be working exclusively with job hunters, trying to help you find work with great information and being your ally in your search. No fees from companies, so I'm not here to try and coerce you to take a job from an employer, just working for you. So we're less than 2 weeks away from the launch. JobSearchCoachingHQ.com will be open then, and if you want to be notified when the doors open, go to the site, and in the right-hand column you'll see a place where you can put your email address in and be notified when the doors open. So again, JobSearchHQ, let me try that again. JobSearchCoachingHQ.com.
Hi, I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I coach people and organizations to play much bigger in the world. And the source of this video is a search that I've been doing for an organization that has been insisting that a person they hire into a manager's job have a 4-year degree. And I've been challenging them about this. I said, you want someone with 10 to 15 years of experience. What will they be doing that degree is required for? And I would hear silence for a while, and then they would say, well, we'd like them to have a degree. I said, but why? Why is it? What is it that you expect that degree to do for someone 10 to 15 years out of college that really makes a difference? And I said, after all, I've represented people for jobs like this, and they had to drop out of school because, well, frankly, they didn't have the financial means, or they had a parent die during their junior year, and they were sufficiently messed up afterwards that they didn't return to school. They just went out to get a job. There are many instances like this, and you can look at college as being a great experience for people. And personally, I have a 4-year degree, and I have a master's degree. And, it took me a while to go back for my master's, but I eventually did. And now I look back on the experience. I got some good stuff out of it, but my college degree has no value whatsoever. It's really in my master's degree that I learned the style of thought and approach that was useful. For most people with a 4-year degree, it's like there used to be a character on Saturday Night Live, Father Guido Sarducci, played by Don Novella, and he would talk about this, bachelor's program at a university, and he was dressed up like a Vatican clergyman, and he would talk about, I'm going to teach you everything you're going to remember, 5 years out of college, 10 minutes. That's what it's going to take, 10 minutes, and he's right. A few years out of college, you remember nothing from that experience. You think you remember algebra if you're not a mathematician or a quant? Of course not. Do you think you remember political science if you're an English major? Of course not. It has no relevance to your writing experience unless you're a political journalist. So for most individuals, there's no relevance to their college degree 10 years out. Yet this firm was insisting upon it until I pointed this out very forcefully and used the examples of how social class in their attitude was standing in their way of seeing some very talented people. I said, don't get me wrong. You may decide that the right person, the most qualified person for this job, has a 4-year degree. And that's perfectly valid. But it's not going to be the primary barrier to entry. It should be the skills knowledge, the experiences in an environment like yours, on and on and on. Not the degree that should be the barrier to entry. So here's my point for you folks. I'm going to repeat it as simply as I can. If you're hiring for manager or director level positions, it is nice that someone have an undergrad. It should not be a determinant as to whether or not you interview someone. It should be a differentiator at a time of decision making. After all, this person has manifested a degree of perseverance of a particular type. But I'm going to give you an example from a podcast I listened to where someone was the first in their family to ever go to college. And the family experienced financial hardship and he couldn't remain. So he learned technology from online schools where he took free courses. And now he runs infrastructure for a very substantial, well-known website. I'll leave it at that. And he would not be hired for this $90,000 to $110,000 a year firm because he doesn't have a degree. Does that make sense to you? Because it sure doesn't to me. Start thinking outside these boxes of your limitations to start looking at how valid are they? What's the reality that people sometimes experience that causes them to make the change, that causes them not to get the degree? Or they were on a track toward a certain life and they said, I really want to do this kind of work. So they've attacked it with zeal and passion and effort to try and achieve. Isn't that more valuable to you than someone who kind of slept through class, getting a degree when they were 19 years old? I'm Jeff Altman. I hope you find this helpful. If you try to hire some people, reach out to me. My phone number is 646-374-8656 or email me at jeffaltman@thebiggamehunter.us. Let's figure out a time to speak. And if we are connected on LinkedIn, send a connection request to me at linkedin.com/IN/thebiggamehunter. Hope you have a great day. Take care.
You're a business owner.
Check.
You have business owner's insurance.
Check.
And 10 years ago, that wouldn't have been enough. Today, small businesses are being targeted and taken down by hackers. Medical offices, consultants, CPAs, any business that's built success has everything to lose. You probably have cybersecurity installed on your computer.
Check.
But you probably don't have cyber insurance. Coverage against loss and damage if your data is compromised. Cyber Policy covers that gap. Cyberpolicy.com shops the leading cyber insurers to find you the right policy at the right price to avoid a catastrophe. Coverage against loss and damage if your data is compromised. Get a custom quote today in just 4 minutes. And for a limited time, use the promo code BLOGTALK to get Norton's small business protection for up to 5 devices. Free when you sign up for cyber insurance. Plan, prevent, insure. Visit cyberpolicy.com. That's cyberpolicy.com.
Right now at Gap Factory and Banana Republic Factory, save 50 to 70% off everything in stores and online. That's right, 50 to 70% off everything. Celebrate the 4th with dresses from $19.99 at Banana Republic Factory. And at Gap Factory stores, tees start at $4.99. Plus, save an extra 40% off clearance. Sale ends Tuesday. Search our store locator for your nearest Gap Factory and Banana Republic Factory store or shop us online.